morning, world. It's Easter Sunday and we're at Harwich Docks once again, shipping out empty to load Antwerp tomorrow. So this first bit is about 4 weeks long, I think, roughly. And we're going to head straight back down to Lisbon, which is nice. Oh, I've got a little snooze. Oh. Well, mate, lovely, cheers. It's a beautiful sunny day, ideal for motorbikes. So yeah, so I'm going to turn this off because I'm just getting on the boat, so it's not really anything too exciting wise, and it's pretty noisy. So we've just stopped in at our old favourite Mere truck stop, but being as Easter Sunday, they're closing at 9 o'clock, which is 10 minutes time, and they're not opening again till 9 AM in the morning, and we're loading at 8. So I was going to stay there so I can have a shower in the morning, but as I can't do that, we're not going to bother staying there. So we're just going to make our way back down to Deurne, which is the same place as before, essentially. So we've just been and got my mate Jerry a new CB aerial, and I've bought myself a little USB powered fan. So I think that will come in handy, to say the least. But we went, there's a G&V fuel station just over the roundabout here, and so where's he going? Right. So we've all been and fueled up, and we're now you can then cut through the back way, which I've not done before, and saw a whole load of other sort of, well, free parking essentially, just on waste ground. And there's a lot of second-hand truck dealers and exporters there. So there's loads of old junk. I'd like to have gone and had a good old snout about, but there's not time this time, unfortunately. Never mind. So yeah, I'll just turn this off because we've done all this before. For now, it's actually lovely and warm this evening. It really is. So the cross load has started. There's the raise. That's the way to travel. Very civilised. So here's the crossload going on. I'm just waiting for the truck there to get off the bay. Oh, lovely to be on a boat today. So it's Monday evening, it's 7:30 now on the bank holiday. Took 4.5 odd hours to get loaded and leave Antwerp, and then unfortunately a bit further back up the road my old mate Jerry has had a blowout on his tyre, and where we got him off the motorway because of the problems with, you can't just call somebody out in France, there has to go through the SOS phones, this and the other. So we got him off the motorway, but there was just nowhere for me to stop with him. And so he just said, you know, just get going. So I've had to get going. I've just stopped and had a 30-minute break. Sam is several hours ahead as well. So hopefully she's going to scout out a place to stop with any luck. And hopefully it won't take Jerry too long to get his tyres sorted and he can get through Paris tonight still and park up with us. So we'll just have to play it by ear and see how it goes, really. Got till midnight. So, you know, I'm going to do another couple of hours now, fingers crossed. And hopefully Paris won't be too busy. So we'll just have to see how we get on, I guess. So almost got it. I don't think I've ever managed to film a plane going over the top here at Charles de Gaulle. If I'd been about 10 seconds earlier, probably would have looked a lot better. But never mind. One day I'll get it. I'm pretty sure I filmed all through here, but I can never quite remember. So now 8 o'clock. So it's Tuesday morning now. We're parked up on a bit of a bank, and just down here, this is a, I'm not sure if this is actually a part of the river, but there's some water here, and just beyond sort of that bank there is the Loire River. I got here last night pretty late, and the noise was incredible. But the noise was all frogs calling and chirping and going ahead now. Hopefully you can see the sort of sandy bank in the distance, and that's the Loire River. And we're basically, that's a lay-by where we are. And we've come down through, now I'm not sure, it's either coffee made? What? Awesome. It's either called Loire, which I pronounce it as, which I think is right, or Blois, which the only reason I'm calling it Blois is because back in Suffolk there is the Blois Arms, or was the Blois Arms, and I think there's a family called Blois. So I don't know if that's correct or if it's Loire. So one of them anyway. And Troy. So we come off through Blois, Loire, and join the I think it's a D952, I think it is, which runs right alongside this river, and it'll take us actually into the town of Troy. Funnily enough, it's the opposite side of the river to where we parked last year on U2. When we went looking for a routier, it wasn't there. So if I just stop and turn around, there we are. That's not a bad view to wake up to, is it? And just the noise was incredible last night, but it was just lovely, just hearing all the frogs going and all this, that and the other. So anyway, I'm going to go and have me coffee, and then I suppose we'll get going. So there's a lovely view. I don't know if that's picked. We'll just do that slightly. There's the Loire River. It's just great, isn't it? Getting off the motorway and finding these little places, especially when they're truck friendly. That's the biggest problem. And with the TomTom now as well, you know, I do put a lot more faith in it nowadays, and I think that will take me on a truck route rather than to God knows where sort of thing. So when I plumbed it in last night, after Sam had told me where she was, so I followed it down through the town, and the old nerves were going a little bit, thinking, oh, you know, that whole, because I've not been through there before, and will it be right, you know, like when you're following a map. But nothing, not a problem at all. Lovely, all through there, piece of cake. I'd really like to go back there and actually have a look around during the day. It looks like a really nice town. Yeah, just bought us out and seen quite a few trucks going past, so must be a good route. And And certainly, if I've got time in the future, you know, heading south towards Poitiers from Paris, I'll definitely sort of drop off and come down here again if I can. Why the devil not? It'd be lovely. Just kind of lost sight of the river there now. There it is again. Just a beautiful area of the world, it really is. Shame I didn't have any waders. I could have got out a bit further, actually, to the main river itself. Well, that would have been a nice lay by there. That's one to remember for the future. Nice little parking bit there. So the plan is down to I can't remember what it's called now. I think it's La Maison Blanc. I think the White House on the National 10, where there's a truck wash. Excuse me. It's about just under 3 hours from here, I think. So get down and get the trucks washed. Hopefully get ourselves washed, have a nice douche, as they say, and have a break and plod on. D952, that's what we're on. So we've just come round Bordeaux. It's been really sort of heavy old traffic at 4:30. Well, that's a handy place to have a prang, isn't it? I think we're going to aim for Castettes. See how we get on. Other than that, it's been fairly uneventful. We stopped and got the trucks washed. So that's why it started raining. Yeah, other than that, it's been pretty average, really. Pretty usual, nothing exciting. Well, I didn't quite sign up for this sort of weather. It's dropped the temperature though, which is quite nice. Ready for sleep this evening. Yes, lobbing it down. I mean, hopefully it'll. Well, I'm not that fussed. It doesn't stop really when we park up. As long as it's not like it when we get to Lisbon. Fingers crossed it won't be. We'll see. So welcome to Wednesday morning. It is Wednesday. Well, lunchtime now. We're into Spain. We've come off. We've decided not to bother with the motorways because we've got plenty of time. We're going to do the national roads as much as we can to for a change, really, because we've got the time. Save the company money as well on the tolls, which I think is a massive amount, but why not? Why the devil not? So we're now we're through the border at a run and just sort of heading down towards Vitoria on whatever road this is, I can't remember. National 1, according to that sign. Very nice, very civil. Makes a lovely change, really. It's great when you've got time, like this drive. Just try and capture some of this scenery, which is really nice. Although the mild hill is obviously taxing the DAF somewhat. Come on, old Bessie, we can get up there. Just gone through the péage that's closed at Burgos, and what was it now? April the 25th, 4th or 5th or something like that, and there's a gritter out, which I'm really hoping it's not snowing anywhere. I mean, the temperature's 7 degrees. Apparently it's over 20. Excuse me. It's over 20 degrees at home. It's 7 here in Spain. It's just I definitely didn't sign up for this. Oh, anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine and warm, I hope. Well, the rain is horrendous at the moment. Crikey, I hardly see a thing back there. What a palaver. Well, good morning on a Thursday from somewhere in Spain.
Come, Sam, he's going to do it.
5 degrees. And these puddles in front of us are just, we lose a truck in them. I'll see what the puddle's like in front of me then. So there's 4 showers here in the garage and none of them are working. So that's a really good start to the day. So we're going to try and find somewhere on our break, stop and have a shower. So we're got snow just about. I don't know if it's going to show up or not. 23 degrees at home and snowing in Spain. You couldn't make it up. Right, so now there's 4. I'll go on the back end. So we're just at the garage at Badajoz, about to leave and get across the border. Do the last bit. It's about 2.5 hours roughly, maybe a bit longer. So I just managed to get 600 odd litres of fuel, something like that. Portugal! It's finally warmed up, about 14 degrees now. We were just saying that, you know, none of us have seen anyone else. I think the vast majority have gone through the north, through Villa Formosa, rather than come down south like this. So it's not much in it, to be honest. I think it's a lot flatter coming this way. It's definitely really hilly the other way, which is not really what you want with a gutless daff and a loaded trailer. So yeah, you get €7 off in the restaurant there. So we've been in and had a couple of coffees and a couple of pastel donatas to keep us going on this long drive. Oh, they're lovely. If you've not had a pastel donata, it's like a Portuguese sort of custard tart type thing. Oh, they're lovely. They're probably not so lovely for your waistline, but just once in a while, there's a little treat. Very nice. well, if you see on them posts all the storks' nests everywhere, there's been plenty of birds of prey. I'm not sure if they're buzzards, because I've definitely seen some kestrels, but whatever else it is, they're a lot big. They seem a lot bigger than kestrels, so I'm guessing they might be buzzards, but I'm not too sure. I'll have to ask me dad. So there we go, Portugal. Hooray! Lovely job. Right, let's get.
New section of wood now.
Right, so it's Friday morning. We got told on the way down here that we couldn't go to the gig, so to come to the parking area, which is here, nearish to the arena. And when we got here, there was no one here, because everyone but us seemed to have had a phone call to say, actually, you can go to the gig now. But I think they were here a lot earlier than us. So we've just had a, well, very pleasant evening actually, just down here. Fairly quiet, apart from the boy racers that turned up. But you're really close to the waterside there, so we just went for a nice walk last night. It's all very civil. So we're now on the way to the gig. It's about 20 kilometres. But I've not done this gig, so I have to see what it's like. So nice to be back here. No drama, it should just literally be follow this road down, it'll be on the left hand side. Excuse me. Doesn't seem like the type of place to have a stadium in the middle of it all, does it really? Looks like quite a nice posh neighbourhood. I imagine they were going to be really pleased with the noise. Right, so you come down here, Jem, you'll see a couple of solo tractor units, and the gate is just sort of after that. It's a bit tight, but it should be alright. Butcher! He's just behind. He's just. He stopped at the brewery.
Keep coming down here, mate, yeah?
Yeah, like I say, you'll see two solo DAFs on your left, and the gate is just after that.
These trucks now, you're returning these barriers, do we?
Yes, mate.
Let's see over here, where I am now.
Yeah, that's the one.